Hi everyone, welcome to another session. So basically, this is the first session where we are going to start the journey of how to create the incident management system. Okay, we wanted to create one basic application, mini project on the incident management system by using the .NET Core, Angular, and SQL Server. So these are the technologies we are going to use for creating this project. This is very basic project. In this project, basically, we will just create the database by using the SQL. We will create the web APIs by using the .NET Core, and we will create the front end or UI by using the Angular. And in this, we will see how to create the login form, how to implement authentication and authorization. Then once you log in, we can create the incident. While creating the incidents, we need to provide multiple tabs. In each tab, we can have the different types of form control, and once you fill the form and click on the submit button, we need to call another post API, which will help you to store the information of the incident into the database. And then we will also have some more pages in order to show the list of incidents, and also we can have the role management, where basically we will see the user has the permission to see the listed incidents or not. If yes, then accordingly we can show them in the grid format. Otherwise, we can simply say unauthorized, okay, or access denied something. So this is the goal, and this is like end-to-end development from front-end APIs and database. How we can achieve one model. This is only one model, that is incident management system. So in this session, this first session, basically we will go through the requirements. We will understand what we wanted to implement, and then accordingly we can create a plan. What are all things we need to do? Okay, so let's go through the requirement first. So you can see our goal is to build the incident management system using these many technologies. Then the first task should be create the login page. Okay, so we will require one login page. I'm just writing down all the requirements here somewhere. Okay, so we need to create one login page. So login page obviously can have username and password, right? Log username, then password. So these two things we'll need to use. Whenever you will click on the submit button, token based authentication means we will pass your username and password to one of the gate API, which we will create in the .NET Core application, and we will validate that combination, username and password combination, in the database. If any combination available with the provided credentials, in that case, we will basically create the JWT token and return it back to the UI. Okay, and also we can return the login success equal to true. If that JWT token, sorry, if that credentials are not valid, we will return one exception, that is invalid username and password. So that way UI can also display that message in the UI. Okay, somewhere in the pop-up or toast box. Then this is the login page. Then there should be three roles, right? End user, analyst, and admin. So there are basically three roles available. I will create one diagram also, draw.io. So through the diagram, we can basically understand it better. Okay. So currently we are talking about end-to-end development, means front-end, API, as well as database. So in front-end, I will create one rectangle for front-end. Okay, this is my rectangle. For each component, we will create some additional diagram as well. Okay, this is your front-end. Now in this, we will have one login form. This is your login form. Okay, login page. Then also we will have, there should be three rows. Once user log into the login, user can able to see the user. Once login, user can create an incident. Okay, so we need to create one form for creating a new incidents. So we should have one more form here, create an incident. Okay, this form we need to create. In this form, basically we will have three different tabs. Okay, take any fields in the form as mentioned below in the three tabs. Okay, so in incident, create incident form, we will have three different tabs. Let me create three tabs. Let's assume we will have tab number 1, then we will have tab number 2, and we will have tab number 3. Okay, all these three tabs we will create inside this uh, create incidents page. Okay, so login page will have two things: username, password, submit. That's it. It is pretty straightforward, we all know. Okay, then create incidents tab page will have three different tabs, and then first tab will contain general details. Okay, general details means actual details about your incident, like what is the incident name and all. So there will be a form, basically form controls. Okay, so first tab will have the general information about your incident. Then second tab will contain the chat. Okay, so we need to implement real-time chat mechanism as well. So let's see how it goes. Okay, next one is third tab will contain the analyst comments. Okay, so we will need to implement the comment mechanism as well. Okay, hmm, great. So let's take this as a challenge. Okay, so this is our front end part. Is there any other pages we need to implement? Let's see. So in first tab, we should have a description box, status box. Okay, status cannot be changed by end user. Only analyst can change it. Default value as a new. Okay, so let's understand the role first. Okay, so there are three roles: end user, analyst, and admin. So I think so. End user can raise the incident. Okay, yeah, end user can raise the incident. Analyst can basically, let's try to understand. So analyst can basically work on that incident. Okay, and admin can monitor the activities. So if I am an end user, I can create the incidents. Okay, so status will be cannot change by end user, so I cannot change the status. It will be always new for me. So whenever I will create the new incidents, the default status will be new. Okay, and status as a new, assign, in progress, resolve, close, cancel, and rejected. So these are the status stages. Okay, so very first time it will be new, then it will become assign. Then I think admin can assign the incident to the analyst. Okay, so admin can do that job. Okay, so once you assign that incident to the analyst, then analyst can move that to the in progress state. Once he resolve that, he will resolve that also. Okay, and then end user can mark it as a closed. If it find, yeah, whatever they have commented, they have worked on, if they find it as resolved, then they can mark it as a closed. Okay, cancel and rejected. Okay, so I think this cancelled end user can do, and rejected admin can do. Okay, so this we will get to know once we go down further all the requirements. We will get to know all these status messages meaning. Okay, let's move on. Symptoms means description, symptoms. These are the text editors. End user can write anything into these text boxes. Okay, next one is requester. Single select drop down should have all the users. Okay, I will explain you this later. I'm just also trying to understand. Okay, this is not something I have already gone through the requirement and just I should explain everything in one go. I'm trying to understand it, and then together we will understand and will proceed further. So I will tell you this later. Okay. Next one is tenant. Single drop down IT HR facility. Tenant means department. Okay. So which kind of department this incident should assign to? Okay. So that is for tenant. Location, tree control, take India, its states and cities. Okay. So it is just a address, let's say, or let's say you have the departments in various cities or states or countries. Then you can basically select the location of your department. Then priority can be high, low, medium. Whenever you will create any incidents, at the time you can set the priority and urgency, high, low, medium. Okay. It is same like Jira. I know you know the Jira, right? So on the Jira we can basically uh, create the tickets for tracking your project status. So you can create tickets, user stories, bugs, tasks, and all those things. Okay. So here we are doing the same thing, only we are calling it as an incident. Okay. So anyways, so let's move on. These all fields we'll need to create on the first tab. Then second tab will contain chat window. Let's leave it. Okay, let's keep it on hold. Third tab will contain the analyst comments. Analyst comment. Hmm. So I think analyst can work on the incident, and whatever findings he will have, he can just comment in this section. Okay, so move on. Next one is after submission of form, save the response in a DB as a JSON and also in each row of the table. Okay, so basically we need to create two tables here. One is incident master and incident details. Okay, so incident master will have uh, the incident, and for each and everything from this form we'll have a separate column. Whereas we will have incident details or incident JSON table where we will have only one column. In that we will store it as a JSON. Okay. Next one is once the form is saved, show the list of records raised by the end user. Correct. Now we got to know one thing here. Because of this line, we got to know that end user is the one who can raise the incident. Okay. By going through this line, we come to know that end user can create the incidents. You can see once the form is saved, show the list of records raised by the end user to admin, and we can assign those incidents to the analyst, and analyst can only see the incidents which are assigned to him. Okay, this is my assumption. Let's go move on. Once end user login, redirect to this list page and show only his created incident. Okay, so whenever your user I am as a end user login, and let's say I have created two incidents, so I can just see them. But let's say my friend or my colleague has also raised some incidents, though he should not be able to see the incidents which has created by me. Okay, so that is also one thing we need to keep in mind. Once incident created should be in the read only mode for end user. Okay, end user should not be able to change anything. As soon as he created any incident, he should not be able to change or update anything into the incident. Only if the incident is resolved, end user can make it close. Okay, so this close status, as I mentioned earlier, end user can close it once he find okay, whatever analyst has done as a part of this incident is correct, so he can just mark it as a close. So this is for that. Only status field will be editable. Okay, got it. So this is all about end user. Okay, now analyst can, what analyst can do with our system. So once analyst login, show all the incidents. Okay, so analyst can see all the incidents across all the users even though they are not assigned to him. Okay, he can see all the incidents. Then analyst can open any incident, and under analyst tab he can mention any analyst and can mention comments, and can also can add values in the chat tab. Okay, the chat tab I am not sure what they are trying to say here is, but comment I know. Okay, so analyst means, let's say we are a developer, right? And we log into a Jira ticket, sorry, Jira portal. So we can see any number of user stories, whatever created by Scrum Master, right? So we can go and comment there. So that is something we can do as an analyst here. Okay. Only analysts can change the incident status. So as soon as uh, I started working on any of the incident, I can mark it as a in progress, I can mark it as a resolve, but I cannot mark as a closed or cancel or reject. Okay, I think this cancel rejected will done by admin. So let's check what admin can do. Once admin login, user list should be available. Okay, so admin can see end users. Admin can create user, details as username and all these things. More than one role can be assigned to the user. Okay, and then please note, add validation in every form. All coding guidelines should be followed. Avoid hard coding. Please make sure data is retrieved from the database. Use session storage and cache for the loading data fast. Okay, so if you see, admin is nothing to do with incident. Admin can only create the users. So user can be analyst or user can be end user. Okay, admin can only able to see the list of users. Admin can delete them. Admin can create them, update them. So the job of admin is to manage the users. User, I mean to say, he can manage analyst, he can manage end user. Analyst can manage the incident status messages, he can add the comments, and end user can create the incidents, and once they find incidents is resolved successfully, they can close it. So it is pretty straightforward, no confusion here. We will see how to implement that chat tab, but apart from the chat tab, I think everything is clear to me. Accordingly, we can basically start creating the databases. Okay, start thinking about the table structure and all. So these are the requirements. Okay, so by going through all these requirements, we just gone through first time. I think we can come up with the database structure right now. Okay, so I will try to visualize everything in the here in this diagram section. So we will have the login page, we will have the create incident, general detail, chat, and analyst comment. So while creating an instance, I don't think we require these two tabs. I don't think so. Okay, because while creating an instance, who is going to create the instance? End user going to can create the instance. So he cannot add comments, he cannot chat. Okay, so let's still develop this one. We can reuse this for an analyst. So login, create incidents, and then we will have one more page, that is create user. Okay, users. So this create users page basically uh will have we will show this page to the admin only. Okay, so create user, analyst, or end user. Okay, and this will have the basic uh yeah, basic fields like user ID, username, all these things. Okay, we already have that list here. Username, user ID, email, mobile number, and role. Okay, so these many fields we will add in the create user. Now this login page, all three user can see. Okay, admin can see the login page. Okay, who can see the login page? Admin slash analyst slash end user. Okay, so all three user can see the login page. Then create incidents page can only end user can see that page. Okay, create user, sorry, end user. Then create user, only admin can see the page. Okay, admin, and analyst can, sorry, and analyst can comment and close the status, right? So he can comment, he can chat, he can see the details. Okay, he can update the incident. So all these things our analyst can do. So these are the requirements. I just tried my best to like represent them in a visualization format here. So let's start understanding our database structure. So let me record another session for database. Okay.